This is News OSU for Thursday, November 10th. We're glad you're with us. I'm Graham Withrow. We begin in the voting booth. The midterm elections were held Tuesday. On the ballot was control over the United States House and Senate. Votes are still being tallied to determine control of the United States House of Representatives. The New York Times projects that the Republicans will win the House. We know who will control the Senate until December. A runoff in the Georgia Senate race will be held December 6th. Neither candidate was able to cross the 50% threshold to avoid the runoff. In Oklahoma, the election was about the governor's race in both Senate seats. Here's News OSU's Colin Miller.
The United States midterms are on November 8th, and there are many elections up in Oklahoma. The biggest of these races is the governor race between Joy Hoffmeister, Democrat, and Kevin Stitt, Republican. While Republicans usually have pretty easy wins in Oklahoma, polling data suggests that this year might be different. According to the most recent RCP average, which adds all the polls from different third-party sources together to create one poll, shows Kevin Stitt only up by 4.9%, which is a marginal decrease among previous years in Oklahoma. For some context, in just 2018, Republican Kevin Stitt defeated Democrat Drew Edmondson by over 12 percentage points. While many students will be traveling to their hometown to vote on Tuesday, there are many polling options available in Stillwater if you have residency. While Stillwater already voted on their mayor in February, there are still very important elections that should mean a lot to the people in Stillwater. This includes not only the governor's race, but the Senate race between the incumbent Republican James Lankford and his Democratic challenger Madison Horn. Voting in Stillwater will take place at Sunnybrook Christian Church on November 8th, 2022. For News OSU, I'm Colin Miller.
We do have the results for the major Oklahoma races. Kevin Stitt was re-elected governor. What was supposed to be a close race ended up being not so close in the end. Stitt pulled in 55% of the vote, while challenger Joy Hoffmeister received 42% of the vote. Tulsa businessman Mark Wayne Mullen will take over the Senate seat being vacated by Jim Inhofe. Mullen defeated challenger Kendra Horn 62-35. In the other Senate race, James Lankford won re-election. He defeated challenger Madison Horn 64-32. Hurricane Nicole has been downgraded to a tropical storm. Nicole made landfall on the east coast of Florida as a Category 1 hurricane early this morning. Nicole knocked the power out to over 80,000 customers. Flooding and damage to trees have also been reported. It could be a sign of the shifting social media landscape Meta. The social media giant's parent company announced plans to lay off 11,000 of its workers. That is the largest job cut in the company's history. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg addressed the issue in a blog post where he apologized for the reduction in employees. Meta sales have been affected by various issues, including privacy changes and competition from rivals like TikTok. Last month, Meta posted its second quarterly revenue decline and said its profit is about 50% of what it was last year. In 2021, Meta was worth more than $1 trillion. It's now worth $250 billion. Meta announces it on the reels of Twitter, announcing that they will lay off half of their staff. Here's an important reason to pay off that credit card balance each month. The Federal Reserve's war on inflation has driven up credit card rates to the highest level on record. According to Bankrate.com, the average credit card annual percentage rate climbed to 19.04% as of November 9th. That's the highest since the service's database began in 1985. It beats the prior record of 19% set in July 1991. The national average APR for credit cards has climbed by 2.74 percentage points so far this year. That's the biggest increase in a single year on record. Now that all the Halloween excitement has wrapped up for the year, it's a great time to reflect back on how you spent the holiday. While it can seem scary thinking back on all the candy you ate, Gabrielle Tiger is here to tell us that ultimately Halloween is a healthy holiday.
Having a hard time finishing all your leftover Halloween candy? Well, take your time and shake that guilt off. From Halloween movies, creative costumes, and bottomless buckets of candy, Halloween is actually proven to be one of the healthiest holidays. UC Berkeley psychologist Dasher Keltner says it perfectly, that Halloween rituals turn horror into play, death into levity, gore into laughter.
Halloween comes in the middle of the semester, so it gives me a break from midterms, and I get to socialize more during that time. It's a nice weekend to have, go and have fun and be out with my friends and enjoy and make memories.
Halloween has several health benefits for people that partake and embrace the holiday. Studies have shown that watching a scary movie for 90 minutes can burn up to 150 calories. The holiday is also proven to strengthen and build communities. A member of OSU's Department of Wellness team even says that the month of October, paired with Halloween spirit, plays a big role in getting people pumped to stay active.
I think it's healthy and a holiday as for balance. For example, they all worked out and then they brought a couple sweet treats after. And so that's an important thing about wellness, is to not cut anything off. It's just to balance everything. And so the fact that they had a workout and then they enjoyed some sweets after, and then a lot of them went trick-or-treating with their kids or different things like that. But they were also aware, I got my workout in today, I had fun, and it's also a social thing. It's kind of a holistic, fun, healthy gig.
No matter what age you are, Halloween is a holiday that can be healthy for everyone. So start planning your costume for next year. For News OSU, I'm Gabrielle Tiger.
From physical health to mental health, there's a program on campus using dogs to improve the mental health of faculty, staff, and students. Here's more on Pete's Pet Posse. People are becoming more and more aware of mental health awareness. In the United States, there are currently 500,000 animals registered as emotional support animals. According to animal-assisted therapy and counseling, there are many positive benefits of interacting with a pet. These benefits include lowering anxiety, normalizing heart rates and blood pressure, and even reducing depression. Students on campus often look to their furry friends for support. Here at Oklahoma State, Pete's Pet Posse sees the significance a furry friend holds. The posse is part of the OSU Pet Therapy program and was established through the Wellness program back in 2013. The posse can be located at a variety of places on campus and can even make special appearances at different social events. The second Tuesday of every month, you can make your way down to the Student Union Plaza for Tail Waggin' Wednesday. This event is open to all, but has an emphasis on transfer students and veteran student success. Pete's Pet Posse wants to help students transferring in and those who are veterans or are currently serving in the military. They understand that college can be difficult and want to help those connect with similar backgrounds. Look for Pete's Pet Posse at events like Mutt Mutt Monday, Yappy Hour, Wagon Wednesday, Pups at Parker, and Furry Friend Friday. You can look to their website for more places and times to visit the dogs on campus. So if you're feeling a little stressed or anxious, go find yourself a furry friend in an orange vest. Here's a look at events taking place on campus in the campus calendar. At 7:30 on Friday, Legally Blonde the musical will be performed at the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets are still available for the play. On Saturday, stop by the Student Union before you head to the football game. Game day at the Union still start at 11:30 and will feature free temporary tattoos and tailgate games. The first Cowboy of OSU concert will take place on Sunday in the recital hall at the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts starting at 2:30 p.m. Oklahoma State University has its own mascot, its own songs, and now its own craft beer. Here's News OSU's Alyssa Sanchez.
Oklahoma State Athletics partnered up with Iron Mock Brewing Company to make the official craft beer of OSU, 1890 Original. 1890 Original is a blonde ale, smooth, light, crisp, and very drinkable. Everything about this beer was made right here in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Finish, the recipe was built here. From start to finish, it is brewed here, packaged here, sold here. There's nothing that happens anywhere but inside these walls.
This craft beer is unique to OSU in many ways. The 5.2% ABV in the beer is to represent the 52 NCAA titles won by OSU athletics. The 11 IBUs is a reference to the 11 OSU golf team championships. Finally, the name 1890 Original came from when OSU was founded.
We are the very first in the Big 12. Nobody has ever done this in the Big 12, so it's exciting and we're proud of it, and I know OSU is proud of it too. And so it's just it's a very unique partnership, and it's been awesome since the start. I mean, we've only been at it. Our release party was August 20th, and so here we are at the beginning of November. So it's only been a couple of months.
1890 Original is available year-round and is sold in the entire state of Oklahoma. Iron Mock is loyal and true to OSU, and the 1890 Original craft beer represents that. The craft beer was made by Cowboys for Cowboys. With News OSU, I'm Melissa Sanchez.
If you step outside this afternoon, you've noticed that it's turning much colder. Here's the News OSU forecast for the Stillwater area. The rain that's around this afternoon will end, bringing us a dry weekend. Highs will be in the upper 40s, warming up to the low 50s Sunday. Expect a hard freeze over the weekend with lows both mornings in the mid-20s.
Oklahoma State football has had a major setback on the season as a lot of their starting players are out due to injuries. With it just shy of a couple of wins to make an appearance in the Big 12 championship, to now dropping out of the top 25 AP poll and just looking to get a good bowl game. OSU had a tough weekend as they traveled to Lawrence, Kansas to play KU. Let's look on how the injuries of our OSU starters are affecting their game. Kansas benefited from Oklahoma State quarterback Spencer Sanders not playing, with freshman Garrett Rangel throwing interceptions on the Cowboys' first two drives. OSU's defense could not hold KU's offense. Running back Devin Neal and quarterback Jason Bean combined for 237 yards on the ground in the first half with 2 touchdowns. The Jayhawks are bowl eligible for the first time since 2008 when they beat Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl. There are now only 3 Big 12 teams left in the AP Top 25 poll. We have TCU ranked at number 4 as they are 9-0 in the Big 12. UT is coming in at number 18 with being 6-3 in the Big 12. And lastly is Kansas State ranked at 23 as well as being 6-3 in the Big 12. TCU is number 1 in the Big 12 standings, being undefeated right now. Then we have Baylor, Texas, Kansas State, Kansas, and Oklahoma State with the same record of 6-3. Right behind them is OU being 5-4, Texas Tech 4-5, as well as Iowa State 4-5, and West Virginia is 3-6. Here are the upcoming games for this weekend. OU at West Virginia, KU at Texas Tech, Kansas State at Baylor, TCU at Texas, and Oklahoma State is back in Stillwater as they take on Iowa State at 2:30. We will have more recaps and sports news for you next week.
And that's News OSU for this election week 2022. I'm Graham Withrow. Stay safe and we'll see you next time on News OSU.